coffee in it. One of my cups had a coffee in it. I took a picture of. Like, oh, my coffee collection. Was doing so well up to that point. All right, let's see how YouTube notifications work this morning. For a quick good morning coffee. I gotta get at her. I got things to do today. I'm writing a script. Wonder if my computer's got me locked out. Dell's come up with an idea. I don't think it's gonna work. Let's just see. Oh, I can't even find my mouse. Where's the mouse? Okay, the mouse just disappeared. Okay. Well, that's weird. I just lost my mouse. Yes, okay. I was doing really well there. It was all positive. That's why I turned the stream on. I was like, oh, I feel good. I got out of bed and I didn't, morning, Maggie dear. I got out of bed, put my house coat on, like, oh, my back, it's not hurting. I'm so excited. I said, I got to do a stream. Oh, that quickly got undone. But you know what's really weird? I lost my mouse. When I try to go across the screen here, it disappears. My mouse won't come on to my. Okay, what's going on here? All else fails, just reboot. That's weird, because I got two monitors on the laptop, and oh, here comes the dog. My desktop is on my big monitor, but the mouse won't come across to the big monitor this morning. Saying, no, we ain't going there. Oh, what's Maggie doing up so early? Are you on summertime? Because in the wintertime, you're sleeping this time of day. Oh. Inga's phone is all programmed up. Got her synced into my account. I gotta, this is gonna get, oh, what? Now it says my computer wasn't started right. Oh. You know, since I plugged Inga's phone, my computer's done like a lot of weird things. Well, I guess I should call it my phone now, since it's mine. It's no longer Inga's. Oh, there's the dog. Oh, Dougie. Come and say hi to everybody, Doug. 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 Okay, I tilt the camera just for you, dog. Come on, say hi. Okay, that's it. That's all we're getting this morning. He wants out. For some reason, Doug's really, awake this morning. What do you want? Do you want outside? You know what he wants out? Know what he wants for? Do you know what he wants? He's crows. Doug's going to join us for coffee this morning here. Oh yes, this morning. Ooh, the shower curtain. Okay. Yes, a little sweet dog. The shower curtain, folks. I was having a dream, and before I woke up, it was a weird dream too, like bizarre. I had this old '87 half ton that I had for 17 years, and I had it in my dream last night, and I was in the parking lot, and the door was wide open, and somebody was trying to steal stuff out of the truck, but there was nothing in the truck except my iPhone was on a bracket. The iPhone 6 was on a bracket on the steering wheel, but they never touched the iPhone. But the lady that said they watched them break into the truck said that they were trying to get stuff out of the truck, and I said, well, there's nothing in the truck. And then I was starting to think, is there anything in the truck? And there was nothing in the truck. Weird dream. Anyways, wake up from this really weird dream, because I haven't had this truck in 17 years. It's like, well, I had it for 17, 87, do the math. It's gone. So anyways, I opened my eye, just one single eyeball. You know how when you wake up and you just open that one single eyeball, and you know what was staring back at me? An eyeball, a big one, and it looked like a monster. It was dug on the shower curtain. It startled me. It was like I opened my eye and I was like, oh, there's this big giant eye looking at me. I was like, what the hell is that? This like I was in the dream about the truck at the shopping center, and I opened my eye and there's a big eye. It's like I'm thinking there could be some nightmares from that shower curtain. Anyways, it's awesome. And then I laid there and looked at the shower curtain. It is so awesome. It's like the print job they do, man. It's so alive looking. Like, and that's only 72 DPI on that photo. Like, it's so realistic. It's gorgeous, Lester. It is. It is. It's truly gorgeous. And this morning, the creases are getting less and less. In a couple more days, I bet you all the creases will be gone and it'll be hanging straight. It's beautiful. It is. That's what it is. You're right, Lester. It's beautiful. It's I'm taken back by it. Yeah, I'm early, Stephanie, because I woke up and I felt great. I got out of bed, well, after I got startled by the big monster in my bedroom looking at me with a one single eye. I got out of bed really fast after that. It startled me awake, actually, just catapulted me awake. And then I got up and I walked around and my back wasn't sore. And I thought, I'm healed. Yeah. So I put my house coat on. I came downstairs, had a shower, still not hurting. I was like, I'm doing great. So then I thought, I'm going to do a stream because I'm not hurting today. And then I sat down. And before my bum hit the chair, it all came back. So, you thought I what? Hang on here, let me see if I get that comment. I'd be a super long time. I thought you had YouTube. You know, Greg, they're trying to get rid of me. I haven't left. Oh, my mouse came back. That's weird how my mouse wouldn't go to the screen this morning. They tried to get rid of me, and they're still trying to get rid of me. Do you see the thumbnail of my massive collection? And that's just the black handle mugs. That's just the black handle. I guess a white handle was. Which I'm going to. I'm going to give kind of cute Keith some coffee mugs because Keith helps me out here a lot. And I thought, I got the white ones. Can't have the white ones here because they don't match. And they're like doubles. So I thought, who could I give some coffee mugs to that would appreciate it? And he watches the show, so. And he puts up with me when I visit him. So it's sort of, I'll take him some coffee mugs next time I go over. The black handle ones look expensive, right? It looks like you paid extra for them. It's like, they're just, I think they're just, and I think it's because of the black inside. Plus, it doesn't show the coffee stains. Great thoughts, take your stress away. No, I think probably what was it, I got startled when I opened my eye and there was the big giant eye looking back at me. I'm telling you, folks, it was like, it only lasted for maybe about a second that I was startled, and then I realized that it was the shower curtain, but it was the first second. It was a second, honestly. I thought there was a monster in my dream because I went from, like I said, this parking lot, I don't know what mall, no idea, and this, my old truck, and then the dream transitioned to me looking at a monster, a one-eyed monster. Because the eyeball is so, the detail on that shower curtain, folks. Like I'm just blown away. It looks so awesome. I laid there in bed staring at it. It was like, my God, Doug, you're immortalized on my shower curtain. Like, you know what, folks know that when I see that, I said, I gotta get more merchandise. Because if that's what it looks like, every time I get something from Cafe Press, you know, the great generous fans sending me stuff from my own store. Um, I'm like, I got to get more stuff on that place. That they do a phenomenal job. Like, I can't believe how good this stuff looks like. You know, I'm really curious. I can't like I couldn't have one of their comforter covers because it's polyester. I can't sleep with polyester because I would love a giant dug head on my bed, but you know, but I can't. I can't have a giant dug head on my bed because it's a polyester blend, or maybe I think it's pure polyester. I would die under it. I would die. I would. It would be like wrapping myself in a heated blanket. I would cook because I can't. Polyester can't touch my skin. It can't even be like literally an inch. I feel the heat. You put polyester near me, and it's like the closer it gets, the hotter I get. It's like it's got a force field on it. That's the only thing. I wish it was cotton, but then if it was cotton, it wouldn't print as sharp. Because the reason that the print is so sharp is because of the polyester. Right? The printing process on polyester, they don't get any bleed through the material. The cotton bleeds. That's the problem. It's like the T-shirt. You know, they're never perfect photos. Like you get a photo on a T-shirt, and it's not perfectly sharp. That's why. But if you get like a shirt that's a cotton polyester blend, like the shirts that are being recommended now in all the ads what you call it, Facebook, the ads I'm getting now are all these cotton blend shirts, and they're pretty cool looking shirts, but they're cotton polyester. A fabric headboard, but my headboard is solid oak. I paid money to have it made and look like solid oak. Don't really want to cover it up. Sort of defeat the purpose of getting a handmade solid oak headboard. That just happens to match the trim on the kick plates on the walls. Actually, and the frame on your mirror, it's like a big matching set thing. I just think the shower curtain rocks. I just do. I just gotta get used to this waking up with a big giant head looking back at me, or just stop waking up facing that direction. We'll see tomorrow morning if I wake up facing that direction again. Because I honestly I don't know what side of the bed I wake up looking at. So we're going to tell. This is it. So this is the first morning of being startled. We'll see what tomorrow morning's like. And if I keep waking up, I don't know how long it's going to take me to realize it. Well, the problem is if you're in the middle of a dream and you wake up and that's what's it might never go away. I might be startled every morning. Maybe that's my wake up call now, is a big giant dug head looking at me. But if that's what the print job looks on the shower curtain, I can just imagine what a duvet cover looks like. I can just imagine. If you got no problem with polyester, it would be pretty. It would be rad to have a giant dog head on your bed. Anyways, there's not many of us up this morning. Right? It's too early. That's the problem. Right? It's what time is it? 6:59. A lot of people are still sleeping away. Out cold. So I didn't open up my browser to look. Let me just look. Hang on here. Let me just go. I gotta go to. I'm afraid to look actually. If I go into the video manager and I click on my account, still suspended. That's the only way I can see the suspended account is in the video manager on the down menu. Oh man, I don't believe this still. Why aren't they looking at this? Like, and if you click on it, oh, it takes you to account termination page if you click on your user ID for suspended account. Like, was this article helpful? No. It wasn't helpful at all. Thanks for your feedback. Yeah. Oh man. Why is it taking so long for them to look at this? let's open the email and see if they sent us an email. No. Oh, nothing. I didn't get many emails from anybody last night, actually. I got 3. Unbelievable. Why are they taking so long, people, to reply? Man, this is wrong. You know, why are they? It's like I'm gonna get it back, folks. I am. I'm gonna get it back. I know this. I don't care what anybody says. I'm getting it back because I am gonna fight. I'm gonna fight because you know what? I got an ace up my sleeve on this one, and where other YouTubers, you know, who get their channels deleted don't have an ace up their sleeve, but all of us, we have a big ace up our sleeve, and the big ace up our sleeve is that we feed the homeless, and we supply the food banks eggs. We are a legit good channel, legit, you know. They work 24 hours a day, Stephanie. In California, their email department. Like I could email him, and the guy's probably working right now. He's on the morning shift or something. The YouTube people work 24/7. Oh. I've never heard of a suspension on YouTube, Sarah. I've never heard of that term. It's termination is the only term I know of on YouTube. Yeah, you just get terminated. You know, you got strikes and then you just get terminated. Oh. But I know I'm going to get it back, folks. I know we are, because I'm telling you, my video that I'm going to do is going to be awesome. Oh, and Cafe Press closed. They closed at 6 o'clock for customer service. I phoned them after I ended the stream last night, so at 9 o'clock today, I got to phone them. I got the order number, because I can't find the email. I got the order number on the slip. I'm going to phone them and find out where the backdrop, because that's what's going to become, of the Magoon shower curtain, because I want that as the backdrop of the video. Because I'm going to start the video out in the duck pen with the ducks. It says suspension. When you look at the channel, when I look at it, I get a red banner that's, I'll show you when I look at it, I get a red banner that says terminated. Hang on. Yeah. I'm getting, I'll show you what I get when I click on it. Okay? See, there it is right there. Oh, come on, camera. Focus. Okay, why is it doing this? Okay, yeah, see, there's the channel ID, because it's Movie Mac Canada, and then I get this right there. See? This account has been terminated for violating community guidelines. I don't get suspension, I get terminated on my screen. Maybe they do that to me to make me feel good and give you the suspension for hope. Is that the deal? I just know it's just bad for me. Like, what do you get, Stephanie? Like, do you get the same page I just got? Hello, Coco. Rod says he sees the same thing I do. You don't get the same as I get, Stephanie. Seriously. No, I don't. Can you do full sentences there, my darling? No, I don't get the same thing as you. Or no, I don't get the termination. Full sentences. You know, I feel like I'm talking to your student, Stephanie. Where's Inga? She should be popping in because she's at work right now. And like, we know she takes breaks from work when she gets notifications. She should be popping in any moment. I can tell her I got her phone working. It took a while to get the language switched over from Dutch. Because you know when all the menus are in Dutch and you're trying to find the region and language menus in Dutch, it's a bit hard, you know, to switch it back to English. I had to guess. Took a little guessing. I was screwing with it for a little while, but I got it to English, and I got it well. I made the mistake and I changed the region. Oh, it's different on the phone. That's totally possible. I'm just looking at a browser, but I really appreciate the full sentence. You have no idea. Full sentences makes it so much easier for me to communicate with you. The Yeah, so I changed the region first, which I shouldn't have because that didn't change the language. I still couldn't find the language tab. That was I got the phone all figured out. But we're gonna get it back. I know we are. I know we are. We're gonna get it back. You know, it's like, but I gotta be smart. I gotta be careful. I gotta be methodical, and I've got to calm down. But we've got to ace up our sleeves because you know YouTube channels get deleted all the time. They get terminated all the time, and they don't get them back all the time. But we have a different case. We have a different case because I know once we get this ball rolling, that you know that we got wronged by the system. That we'll get this fixed because I don't think I don't think YouTube wants the press, you know, because this could blow up. It could, because you know some news could say, well, look at a homeless channel, you know, that supplies the homeless and food banks got deleted and YouTube refuses to answer them. I don't think that's very good press, right? You know, like I don't think. Would you want that kind of press as a company? You know, I wouldn't want that press as a company. That wouldn't, you know, there's enough controversy, you know, like, and the Ducks like aren't controversial. It's no, you know, it's not like we're, you know, like Trump supporters or anything like that. You know, or, you know, the Ducks are, you know, they're not radicals, you know. They're not like a bunch of, you know, Nazis running around. They're pretty cool, you know. They're Ducks helping people. I can't see what's wrong. I just can't understand how there could be a controversy over Ducks. You know? That's why I think this whole thing is just a big mistake, and we'll get through it. We will. We will. It's just going to take a little bit of work, you know, a little bit. Who knows? Maybe this could blow up in our favor, folks. You know, maybe this controversy could blow up and get the Ducks a lot of exposure, and we could be as famous as the Giraffes. You know, I know I'm supposed to let the Giraffes go, Maggie. I know, but it wouldn't be bad to achieve that status as the Giraffes. You know, because you know, I got like some pretty good streams happening here with Ducks all the time. Like, that'll never happen, Juanita. They will never hire older people because that doesn't fit their narrative. You know, their ethnic diversity, gender diversity. Old people don't count. You should know that by now. You're old enough to understand that. The older you get, the less important you are. I'm already unimportant, and I'm only 56. You know what about the? You're right, Kogo, about the hip and trendy and old people are too Republican. But you know, the old people are the ones that have got all the money. You know, the young people are broke. You know, they've got student debts. They can't afford to buy a house. Actually, I just read an article. We're going to go down the rabbit hole here for a second. Over 60 million Americans live in multi-generational homes, and this number hasn't been this high since the end of the Second World War. Think about that, folks. You know, because I know when I was young, the first thing I had to do was move out of home. I had to get the hell out of my parents' house and have my own place and get my own roof over my head. And you know, and that was the carrot, you know, that they held in front of you. You know, get out on your own. You know, when you're a young lad. And that was society. You know, my parents, they got out when they, as fast as they could, you know, out of their home, because, you know, my parents were like, well, 21 and 16, you know, and they out getting their own place. You know, that was the thing after the Second World War. There was this progression where, you know, standard of living was getting higher and higher and higher. And the whole thing was, as soon as you got to school, you got your own place. Kick you out, throw you out of the nest, you know, out you go. You can fly on your own. And now we're back to where we were after the Second World War. There's more, actually more. There's more people living in multi-generational homes now than there was at the end of the Second World War. That's like a big step backwards, you know? And whose homes are these? The older people's homes, you know? It's because we're in a race to the bottom, Coco. That's what it is. It's a race to the bottom. Very, very fast race to the bottom. She's crashing. Put it that way. A lot of people don't understand this. They're walking around like this, looking at their phones. You know, they don't know what's going on. It's so ironic, eh? Think about this, folks. There's more technology in this used iPhone 6 than there was in the Apollo. But the Apollo really was fake anyways, because they never landed on the moon. But, you know, you know, there's more technology in this. I know I probably just triggered a whole bunch of people about the moon landing, but I don't believe they went there. I don't believe a lot of things the government tells us. But think about this. We're walking around with this thing connected. We can find out, like, I'll tell you something. Last night, Aussie Man. The Aussie Man review videos are just getting thrown at me all the time. But last night, and this is a good story, no lie again, another good story. The Aussie Man was looking at flying fish. What a terrible life a flying fish has. That he's in the ocean and he's getting chased by big fish, and then he flies out of the ocean to get away from the big fish, and then the fish, and then the birds get the flying fish when he comes out of the water. That these two birds, there's fish in the water, and the birds work together to eat the flying fish. Okay, like they chase below and chase up. And I'm watching this in the flying fish, and I'm going to tell you why this is important, because flying fish, I think I was about 8 years old, so this would have been like 1969, 68, 69. My parents, because my parents wanted to, you know, us to better ourselves and learn and all that kind of stuff. My parents didn't have a lot of money when I was really, really young, and they bought an Encyclopedia Britannica set, the full meal deal. Like, I think it was like 24 volumes, you know, and they were like that thick, and it was on a stand, and it was like, you know, the whole set. And I remember the guy came to the door, knocking on the door, the traveling salesman. My parents bought it. It's like, okay, just hopefully the vacuum guy doesn't show up. Anyways, we got the encyclopedia, and you know, when you're like 8 years old, encyclopedia's got to be the driest thing you can look at. You know, all the little print and that. Like it was like, where's the pictures? You're flicking through it, eh? Like, where's the pictures? There's no pictures. And the thing, you know, the first picture I saw, and this is why this is burned into my head. A flying fish. And it was a little black and white picture of a flying fish, and it was about. And my parents explained to me what it was, a flying fish. So I go to school the next day. Now, like, this is 1969, folks. Society is pretty ignorant, okay, as far as knowledge of the world is concerned. Because remember, if you want to learn anything, you had to go to the library back then. You didn't have this technology in your hand where you connect to the world database of knowledge. I'm in class. And I tell the class, fish can fly. Well, man, oh man, the teacher and all the kids gang up on me and call me a liar, that fish can't fly. I'm telling you, man, I've looked in the Encyclopedia Britannica. My parents just bought it. The fish can fly. Nope, fish can't fly. They laughed at me. They ridiculed me. The class, the teacher came down on me in class. I remember this because it was a very traumatic experience. It burned into my head. Then after school, just to make sure I remembered this really good, I got beaten up by the bullies because I was lying in class. I remember this. There was like, I got roughed up real bad after class. So, and I remember this, I was like, why me? I was like, I'm just telling you what I found in the encyclopedia. And I got, you know, the teacher came down on me, the class, they all laughed. I remember that, everybody laughing at me. And then this last night, I'm watching the Aussie Man review, and there's the flying fish getting chased by the fish underneath and the birds above, and I'm thinking the first thought in my head is that goddamn fish caused me to get beaten up when I was like 8 years old, you know? Like, but that just shows you, you know, in 1969, because we didn't have the knowledge at our fingertips, there were a lot of ignorant people out there that knew nothing, you know? Like, that's a good story for you, eh? That was a flashback I had last night watching Aussie Man reviews. You know? You know the golden years are, Juanita? If you really want to come right down to it, is the golden years, that's what I think the golden years, is my memory of the golden years is when the kids took care of the parents. You know, when they were old, and your old feeble parents would be living in the house. You're living in your multi-generational home, and you're taking care of grandma and grandpa, and then it's like the family sticks together. You know, but today the kids are just waiting for the parents to die so they can get the house and liquidate and buy some Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Just like, and a new phone. You know, and give me a latte while you're at it. I can't believe that encyclopedia story. I remember that last night. I was like watching that. I was like, I got beaten up over a fish. And I don't think I looked at the Encyclopedia Britannica much after that. That was like I was like, why look at that? You're just going to be beaten up and anything you learn in that book. You know. I have no idea what happened to that set. It was in the hallway for a long time. I don't have any memories of looking at it after that. Sort of like, you know, like you reward a kid for doing something good. I got rewarded in a bad way, a negative way, and it was like I don't honestly ever remember looking at it again after that. My parents were probably not too happy because they bought it on a payment plan. They had to pay every month on it, and they're like every month probably paying for it. Goddamn kids won't look at it, you know. Well, the last time I looked at it, I got beaten up. Well, stupid fish. But you gotta admit, you know, the flying fish, they're pretty cool. But that's a rabbit hole for you. Anyways. But we're gonna get the channel back. I know we are. We're gonna get the channel back. We are. It's just gonna take a little bit of figuring and a proper approach. But we're gonna get her back. Because like I said, we got an ace up our sleeves. We do. We really do. We've got like lots and lots of reasons why we should get it back. A lot of people benefit from the channel, well, and that's what matters. That's what matters. And I don't think YouTube has ever dealt with a situation like this before. Don't spoil the ace. Well, the ace, it's public knowledge what the ace is. You know? Hello, Donald. It's public knowledge. Like, it's seriously. Like, this is what we do here, you know? Yeah, I know the downvotes, eh? People just love to be miserable. I always love the downvotes on the egg donation videos. You know, people like 8 and 10, 12 thumbs down on donating eggs to the food bank. You gotta wonder how. Could you imagine living with somebody like that? Could you? Could you imagine, like, living with a person that negative? You'd be wishing you were living in a multi-generational home and not with that person. You know what I mean? Like, you would. Be like, I want to go back to mom and dad's place. You're driving me nuts. No? I know we're gonna do it, Winita. We're gonna do it. Like I said, I'm gonna do a good video, folks. I'm just trying to get, like I said, I'm just trying to get my head around it and approach this, you know, in a rational, constructive manner, you know, because I don't want to come across as this old poor me stuff, because you know how that really puts a big target on you. You know, poor me asking for money, you know, anything like that, ain't going there, not doing it. So I just gotta be positive, because if it's positive enough, other YouTubers will pick up on it and talk about it. So, because you know, it's gotta, it's almost gotta be, you know what it's almost gotta be like? It's almost gotta be like fluff. You know what I mean? It's gotta like, it's almost gotta be entertaining. Our misfortunate situation has to be almost entertaining, if you follow what I mean. That's what it has to be done. The video has to be shot in a fashion that it's entertaining to watch. Because if it's depressing to watch, they won't even finish watching the video. They'll just like, and I was too depressed last week to do that video. I'm just starting now to get my my humor about the situation, and looking at it in a positive way. And it's because of the support I'm getting that has allowed me to have this time to step back and regroup mentally so that I can do this. Because it's got to be positive. And I honestly believe that if I do enough positive about it, that this could go viral and really, really, I think this could be, this could create, I just know one thing, let me just look at something here, because I've noticed since the channel's gotten deleted and just a couple YouTubers have talked about us, let me just go here, I want to check something. A couple of YouTubers have talked about us. I saw a spike on this channel on subs, okay? People showing up. So let me just look here. What is Social Blade saying? Yeah, like it's like we were getting like 6 subs a day. It was just a little bit of people, and then all of a sudden now, then it jumped to 55, 31, 84, 66, 32. Yes, it was a bit slow, but it's like there's a jump, you know, of people interest. So if we do a good video, you know, and keep it happy, you know, rainbows and unicorns type stuff, you know, and then we get a whole bunch of YouTubers talk about it. We're gonna have, it's gonna be good for us. We're gonna turn this barrel of lemons into a giant jug of lemonade. You know, that's what we're gonna do. That's my plan. That's my plan. So, and I just got to be positive. You know, really positive about it. Happy, you know, like, and I just had to get my head around it because it's been a real ride, folks. I brought you along the ride this last week. There's been some, I've been brought to my attention. There's been pretty depressing watching the streams, but hey, that's the state of mind I'm in. I can't help it, you know. But I'm not going to work hard. I'm going to tell you right now, folks. I'm not going to work harder because I have nothing left in me to give extra. I'm already at 100%. There's no booster rocket left on me. I've been burning the booster rocket for 4.5 years. So these people that tell me, "Oh, you got to work harder." It's like, okay, I got nothing. I'm doing the max already. Like, you know, I'm maxed right out. So, work smarter. You can't be stupid streaming. I'm already working smarter. I don't edit anymore, Virginia. That was like the biggest smarter thing I ever did. Was the no editing. Editing was sucking my life up. So I've got it down pretty smart now. I just got to fix the situation. And I got to get my store. I got to work on my store because I got to get the channel back, which we're going to get back. And then I get back to the store because the Cafe Press merchandise is just simply amazing stuff. I'm blown away by that company, the quality. Man, I'm so, I wish I would have, you know, ironically, folks, last January, what happened to the panoramic views of the lake and the drone, Virginia? YouTube deleted it all, Virginia. Where have you been? Everything got deleted, Virginia. Have you been away? Everything. All the drone footage gone. History. No more. Oh, the drone? It's in my living room on the floor. No. Behind my TV, actually. That's where I've got it hidden now. I had to get it out of the way. I've never flown it since I got it back from Phantom people, DJI. It just sits there. I hate flying the drone. Not a big fan of it. Plus, I don't like the fact there's no sound. It's like you got to add sound. A lot of editing when it comes to drones. A lot of editing. And we know I don't like editing. No. I'll do it if I had to, but I don't have to right now because we're still allowed to stream. Um, but so I got sidetracked about the drone, Virginia. Where was I before I got sidetracked about the drone? Now I'm lost. A brain fart there. Does anybody remember where I was before the drone interruption? I'm totally lost. Working on the store. Yes, thank you, Mr. Bird. I got to get back to that. I got to get back to the store because I'm. I wish I would have, like last January, I discovered Cafe Press, and I didn't do anything with them because I decided, oh, it would be better if I bought my own T-shirts, and then I bought all those T-shirts, which I still have a bunch in the garage, folks. 50 Ducks T-shirts, printed both sides, still in stock at 50ducksinahottub.com. But anyways, and I bought T-shirts instead of doing the store. I wish I would have started the store last January because it's like I didn't realize that they did such great work. I don't make as much money, but there's a bigger selection. There's the woman, Inga. Good morning. Got it working. It would have been nice if we would have changed the language to English before you sent it to me though, because that was a major stumbling block last night. I spent, I'd say, about 40 minutes trying to get it to English. Okay. It's like, ironically, and you can speak English, and why didn't you change it for me? But I got it working. No, there's no Google Translate when you're locked out of the phone, Inga. You can't, when you're in settings, there's no Google Translate in settings. Everything is Dutch. Everything. No. Everything. And like I said, I changed the region first. That didn't help me on the language. I ended up having to watch a video and then figure out where the settings were. It was like anyways. I got it figured out. Got it working. No. But we're gonna get the channel back, folks. Like I said, I just had to sit back and stand back from the forest to see the trees. And today I think the blue skies are here to stay because I see blue skies outside, so I can set a tripod outside in the duck pen. I am going to turn off the streams when I shoot the video in the duck pen because one, I don't want anyone to hear me because I want it to be a big secret when I do it. No news, Inga, nothing. I'm still grayed out. No emails, nothing. That was the topic of our conversation when we started here 30 minutes ago. It was like zip, nothing yet. So, but today I'm going to turn the streams off. So there is going to be a looping situation today on the streams when I go outside. Because I got to set up a tripod and I got to sit by the bath. I'm going to come up with a way that, I'm going to tell our story about what we do here on the channel in the duck pen, and then I'm going to continue in here. But I don't know if I'm going to be shooting the in here version today because I really, really, really want the backdrop of the Magoon behind me with the shower curtain. Now that I know it's going to I hope it's at the post office today if I can get it. I really do. I don't understand why Cafe Press would ship it separately. It's like, and I know for a fact that the Doug shower curtain was purchased after the Magoon. That's what I don't understand. Because when Deb sent me the email to me, the Magoon was there in the coffee mug order. And then I said, oh, that's nice, the Doug one. I'm hoping one day to order one of those. And then she goes, no problem. When you wash the Magoon one, put the Doug one up. And then she bought me the Doug one. She's a real nice woman. Except the Doug one's going to permanently stay up in my bedroom on my shower curtain. I'm going to use the shower curtain of the Magoon as my backdrop for my videos. Because if the photograph of Doug is that good, it's like I'm really looking forward to getting it because it's basically going to be a big giant you know, 6 foot by 5 foot picture behind me of the Magoon. I think it'd be awesome backdrop for shooting videos. You know, ducks and the Magoon behind me. Right. So I'm really hoping. So at 9 o'clock, I got to phone Cafe Press and find out if it's been shipped, and if there's a tracking number. You know, because I really would like to shoot that part too today. But I'm going to shoot the outside part with the ducks in the duck pen, explaining what the channel is about, what we do, what we used to do. You know what I mean? We don't do it anymore because right now we're in limbo. But I figured, you know, it was a good idea from you people yesterday, you know, to have ducks, because I was going to shoot the whole thing sitting here, and you know, but it's a good idea to have ducks. We had ducks, especially if I had a duck in my hand in the video, because like then it's less intimidating. The guy's got a duck. How can he be bad? You know, like he's got a duck in his hand. Why would YouTube delete a guy with a duck in his hand? You know what I mean? Like, it makes. I'm so glad somebody mentioned that yesterday, because I never thought of it. You know, well, yeah, they're bringing Bentley into the house. I wasn't really keen about that, but then I thought I could shoot this outside, and I could actually probably do the clip mic and shoot it with the iPhone. Except I don't like the video on the iPhone. It doesn't shoot as good as the big cameras. I don't know. I have to figure that out. I got to make sure the sound is good. But if I use a clip-on microphone, I get good sound. So. No, Norm, I can't, there's no time for adding footage from other videos in the video. I got to keep it short, sweet, happy, to the point. I can put the links below. I can mention, I'm going to do that. I'm going to mention all the links below, because I've got all the links to the homeless shelter on Twitter, all the links to the food bank, all that stuff. I'm going to put it below the video so people can go and look at the links below themselves at their own leisure. But I got to keep it to the point, because don't forget, the video is about two things. One, telling people about what we do here. So that's going to be like the prelude, the beginning, the introduction to the video, which I got to keep it really short, maybe 90 seconds tops, which I got to sum up everything. This is like the 200 character appeal. I've got to introduce everybody to the channel in under 90 seconds, and then I got to jump into the appeal process on how broke it is, and that we have to get this fixed. YouTube needs to review this and sign the petition, because I got to keep it short, sweet, happy, and so people will watch the video. So it cannot be a poor me video. It cannot be, you know, it can't be what it would have been if I would have done it last week. Put it that way. So, you know. Bonita wants to tell me that the mugs can be used for cooking. The only problem is they don't hold enough for cooking. Well, they wouldn't hold enough for me anyways. I prefer to cook in bigger things than a mug. But I think if you were just a little bit eater, like a little tiny eater, a mug size would work. So, yeah, I have 2 other channels, Chris. I have 2 other channels. Three other channels. Is it 3? Let me tell you. I'll tell you how many more I got to play with here. How many other channels I got? 1, 2, 3. I got 3 duck channels, and then I've got the Matthew McDougall channel to play with. Okay? No, 4. I got 4 duck channels, and then I got the Matthew McDougall channel. But the problem with that is that it doesn't matter, because it's a whack-a-mole situation. Is that if YouTube goes on the hunt to shut us down because we're in terms of service violation, which we are right now, actually, technically, it'll just be whack-a-mole. They'll just keep whacking us out, and you can't run a show getting whacked, deleted on a weekly or bi-weekly or a monthly basis. It doesn't. You just can't do that. Think about it. Imagine if every 3 weeks or every month the channel got deleted because of the terms of service violations. You can't continue that way. It doesn't work. A lot of people think you can, but you can't. So you can't. You got to have some consistency, because not everybody's tuning in every day on the videos. So if you keep getting deleted, they're like right now, people are sending me emails. Where are you? Facebook. Where are you? I thought you're gone. You know, like your history, your channel's gone. You know, so if you keep getting deleted, and then people subscribe and they come back and you keep getting deleted, they're like sooner or later they give up. You know, doesn't matter if you don't give up and you keep doing it, they give up trying to find you because it's like they're just YouTube is making it impossible. So, but that ain't gonna happen. We're think positive, folks. Well, maybe it could happen, but I'm sure as hell gonna try to do my best here to get the channel back and get this ball back on track. You know, that's the plan. I'm going to give it my best shot. That's all I can do. That's all we can do. You know, there's nothing else we can do. It's the Duck Army against the beast, the machine. So, but I'm going to start my day. I got to get some food into me because I started early today. I've already got a bit of a hunger, and I gotta believe it or not, what I gotta do, I've got to watch last weekend's streams because I came up with a whole bunch of good talking points, and I have to watch the streams to get the talking points because I got notes. Like I got a whole bunch. Look at this for a mess of notes, eh? Look at this. This is actually, look at this. This is actually, there's a story. I got to decode. I'm not the best at doing notes. There's a lot of stuff here that I have to make into full sentences. It's like, but there's a lot of stuff on last weekend's streams because I had a lot of emotional, logical, rational flow last weekend, and I've got to go watch it so that I can get it on paper, so that I can get a train of thought down for for the video about the YouTube appeal system, and how it needs to be fixed. So that's the deal. So I'm gonna say goodbye, and I will be doing egg recon later. I'm gonna wait a little while because it's early. It's only 7:37. There's probably still some ducks in the barn not finished laying their eggs. I find if I go early, like before 9 a.m., I end up finding eggs during the day in the barn. So if I wait till after 9, I never find eggs in the barn during the day. So there's some late layers. Not all of them lay early like they're supposed to. I guess they slept or something. I don't know. But you know, another thing I've noticed the last couple of days, specifically the last 2 days, is the eggs have gotten smaller. Like a lot of small eggs. I don't know what's going on with the little ducks. Like a lot of small eggs, because when I'm putting them on the egg cartons, you know, the big trays that hold 30 eggs, a lot of times I can't put eggs side by side because they're too fat, and I gotta skip, you know, spots. But the last 2 days, a lot of eggs are like smaller. Like they're not as small as a chicken egg, but they're smaller, and I don't know why that would be, because it's been warm, and they've got lots of food. So I don't know why the eggs, just the last 2 days, the eggs have shrunk in size. Oh, I know why. Oh, that makes sense now. Not yesterday, the day before. Because remember I went to get feed at M&R Feeds, and they didn't have my feed in stock, and Joey gave me a bag of chicken feed pellets, meat builder. That's why the eggs got smaller. That's why. Because they had that one single day of one single day of meat builder pellets. That's what it was. My God, it all just came to me now. That's why the eggs got smaller. So yesterday they got back to normal pellets, egg laying duck pellets yesterday, or laying pellets yesterday. So today the eggs should be bigger, and tomorrow they'll be back to normal. But that's amazing, eh? One single day and the eggs dropped in size that fast. That's actually quite amazing, actually, if you think about it. How fast their body. Well, of course, then if they're not getting the protein to make an egg, then it makes sense, you know, because the meat builder is a much lower protein. It's not a laying mix like what the ducks get, because I'm feeding them laying mix in a pellet form. So that's that. So that's why they got smaller. Makes sense now. I didn't realize that. Totally forgot about that. That I slipped that bag of meat builder in because we ran out of feed. But we got lots of feed now. I got the back of the truck full, which today I'm going to unload the truck. Maybe I don't know yet. We'll see how my back goes. So there might be a really good sound effect stream, but if I'm feeling any pain, I'm not going to unload the truck. But if I think I can pull it off, we're gonna. It might be really really an amazing sound effect stream. It could be. It could be like really loud. It's like every single bag. No, I'm don't want to do that. I'm not looking forward to it. There's 38 bags in the back of the truck right now. It's already taken 2 out. So I don't even want to think about doing it though. Really, Lester. I'm thinking I might call Keith. See if Keith will come over and help me with it. He's hurting just as bad though. His back is killing him too. Poor guy yesterday. He's got a different back problem than me. I can sit down and not be in pain. I stand up, it hurts. Keith sits down, it hurts. Stands up, doesn't hurt. So we're the opposite. But we're both in exactly the same amount of pain, except his happens when he's sitting and mine happens when I stand. We're quite the pal, eh? It's like the polar opposite. Anyways, gonna say goodbye, folks. Have a fucking oh boys, I can't even talk. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later, and we'll be doing an egg recon after 9 when the ducks finish their laying. Okay.